Well, big changes are coming to OC Transpo at the end of the month, an overhaul that's set to shake up bus routes across this city. But it's not just the general public feeling the impact. Students, too, are facing longer, more complicated commutes. There will be changes to 123 bus routes across the city. They are planned to go into effect on April 27th. 26 routes, just 26, will remain unchanged. CTV's Katelyn Wilson joins us live now with more on this. Katelyn.
Patricia, roughly 20,000 grade 7 to 12 students rely on public transit to get to school. And the changes announced last year are part of OC Transpo's plan to boost ridership and bus reliability. But a parent we spoke with says they just found out last week their daughter's direct route to school will now be longer and more complicated.
I'm already losing that bus during the day as access to get out of my house around the city.
Joshua Lovell relies on public transit to get around. But with a major shakeup coming to city bus routes, it's his daughter's new commute to school he worries about most.
I have nerve damage through my right leg. I walk with a cane and I can't go drive to pick up my daughter from school.
They live in South Keys, and his 12-year-old daughter takes a student-only city bus to St. Francis Xavier. A 35-minute ride, but that's about to change. At the end of the month, her new trip to school will include catching a regular OC Transpo bus to the LRT, then transferring to another bus, stretching her commute to school to an hour.
She freaked out. She was crying. She didn't want to go to school. We don't know what's going to happen anymore because the biggest thing is there was security knowing she was on a bus that was only for the students.
Starting April 27th, more than 120 bus routes will be overhauled across the city as part of OC Transpo's plan to boost ridership and reliability.
We're actually adding on routes and modifying the schedules and making it more community focused. With the reliable service of the buses that will be coming, I think will be very helpful for a lot of parents, but at the same time it's something that has to be watched.
The Ottawa Catholic School Board tells CTV News it too shares concerns about the long and complicated route, particularly for younger students. In a statement, OC Transpo says, "We are working to determine if there are any further improvements we can make to the connecting bus routes to address feedback from the school community and administration." But for now, parents like Lovell are left grappling with the change.
At least OC should have given us to the end of the school year. Another 2 months wouldn't have broken their bank.
And Osta says it's also met with OC Transpo to discuss the concerns around St. Francis Xavier and remains committed to supporting students and schools through this transition, although it does not have decision-making authority when it comes to the route changes. Patricia?
Another thing for families to deal with, for sure. All right, CTV's Katelyn Wilson live for us tonight. Thank you. And CTV Ottawa does have extended coverage of those changing bus routes throughout the city. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca.